In terms of governance, how are you guys structured? Here in Brazil, the central bank regulated the space and decided kind of like the general scope, the deadlines, the phases, but the kind of like the implementation, how are going to be the technical standards, security standards, communication to the market, everything like that is a responsibility of this implementation entity that was created. And the governance is structured around, you have 7 seats in that board. One is an independent board member. Then all the other 6 represent a specific sector of the market. So you have one representing the big banks. I represent, for example, the fintechs. And each one have equal votes. So the voting system is kind of balanced in that way, that each one has the same representation number, let's say. How are you guys structured there? And I understand that there was the one structure and you're evolving towards another, or have evolved already. If you can chime in on the there.
Sure, we're not too different, and it does sound like you've learned from all our mistakes, which is great. The way that I would describe it is that the structure that we have now is the same structure we've had for the last 4 years, and what we have done is the competition regulator required the banks to fund this. So we're not funded by taxpayer money, we're funded by the banks. The Financial Conduct Authority, which in your world is part of your central bank, is the regulator in the UK for PSD2. So we work very closely with them. But we also work very closely with the Information Commissioner's Office, which is the regulator for GDPR, so the actual data as well. And what we've created is a steering group that I chair, and that steering group, similar to yours, has representatives from all across the ecosystem. I think for us, we're probably at around about 20 different representatives. So if we include observers and so on, so we've got 9 banks, we've got 3 different types of fintechs, we've got a non-CMA9 bank, we've got 2 different types of consumer representatives, we've got probably 3 different regulators. It's a big group. Not everyone is a member, but everyone has a seat at the table. Interestingly, though, we don't work like a board. So we don't take a decision as a group, and we don't vote on things as a group. It's actually, the responsibilities lie with me as the implementation trustee. And what my job is to do is to try to create a consensus amongst that group. So I try to get a common agreement amongst that group. But interestingly, if I'm not able to get a common agreement, I have the power to impose a decision. And I think that is important, because it means that we never get into the logjam type issues that you see in some similar initiatives in Europe, where actually the fintechs are on one side of the equation, the banks are on the other side of the equation, and they just talk and talk and talk, and nothing ever happens. So at some point I say, we've done enough talking, let's move forward.